What's up, Darcizzle Nation? I hope you guys are doing great today. Today we've got a how-to video for you regarding inshore saltwater fishing, and you can see it's a beautiful day out here, but it is a little bit on the chilly side for us. We were gonna go fishing this morning. It was in the dark at like 5 o'clock, and we woke up and it was windy and blowing and chilly, and it's just no good. And I'm a big baby, so I decided not to go fishing. You're never gonna forgive me for the rest of the next year.
Why aren't we fishing?
You're not gonna forgive me. Because I'm a big chicken and baby and don't want to go fishing in this cold, icky weather.
That's all I needed. Back to the gear video.
But I also have to work the boat show today, so I figured since we're not going to go fishing and it's cold out, let's go ahead and show you guys a how-to video. But we want to do it out here in the beautiful sun. It's a little windy though for that, so I think we need to...
Are you wussing that again?
No. We're just being realistic so we can make a great video for you guys.
As the producer, it is a little windy.
Slightly windy.
All right.
But it is beautiful.
Let's go inside and answer some of your guys' most common questions about inshore fishing and saltwater and get you guys set up for some basic stuff.
Yeah, you guys ask us all the time, so we're going to bring this video right to you. Let's get started.
All right. As a reminder, I'm Darcy. This is Brian. No, I'm Brian, Darcy's boyfriend. And we got this great YouTube channel. We quit our jobs like 2 years ago to go fishing and bring you all this great information and travel stuff in Florida, and hopefully inspire some of you guys to follow your dreams too. So that's what we're doing on the channel. And again, we're going to show you some basic stuff about how to catch some fish.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to get started with the basic rod that you need is the inshore basic snook rod.
Yep, this is my basic combo. I love this combo. This thing is awesome, and I actually use it offshore saltwater too for pitching to pelagics and all that good stuff. But this reel is a Shimano Saragosa 6000. This is a beast of a reel, and you can catch all types of monster fish on this thing. And then I have attached to it, my rod is a Travala spinning rod. And this is an awesome setup. It's got a lightweight tip on it, which is perfect for pitching around little baits and trolling and actually pitching around small live baits as well. And I have this spooled up with 20-pound braid. I use tough line braid only. They are awesome. They have Dominate, and they have a whole bunch of other kinds as well. Force. Yep. Check them out. It's really great. I love it. I love this color as well that I got spooled up. But 20-pound braid, and then I usually run about 30-pound fluorocarbon leader on this rod at all times. Sometimes a little heavier depending on the water clarity and what fish I'm targeting. And you can actually see that I have tied on a little DOA terrorized swim bait on there for targeting tarpon and snook and good stuff like that. So that's your standard inshore setup there. You don't need to get that crazy. You don't need to, spend a lot of money on a reel. Anything will work just about. But for me, this has been working great, and I've caught some lunkers on it so far. I love it.
What kind of inshore fish would you expect to catch on that rod, Darcizzle?
You would definitely. You could catch black tips on this particular rod on this
Sharks?
reel. You can on this reel.
You could?
Yeah. I don't necessarily use it for the black tips, but you can catch medium-sized tarpon on it, which maybe one day I will. I haven't yet.
I've actually caught a massive tarpon on this rod.
You have.
It was totally overpowered, but I did do it.
He did manage to get it done.
The reel blew up, so I got a new reel.
Yeah. It was like a 100-pound tarpon. It was giant. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. It was miraculous. But also monster snook, anything over slot, it can definitely catch this. Also the monster jack crevalles, those big 40-pound, 30, 40-pound fish in the intercoastal waterway. You will catch them up with this rod and this combo. This is awesome.
And also jacks, bluefish.
I just said jacks.
Oh yeah.
Giant jack
bluefish,
crevalle.
ladyfish.
Bluefish, bait, yeah, all that good stuff. This thing is a beast. You'll catch everything on this reel.
Right. What kind of knots you got in here?
Oh, I forgot to mention that. You're right.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah,
so spooled with a 20-pound braid on, like I just told you, I have 30-pound fluorocarbon on here currently. To connect my connection of the braid to my fluorocarbon, I like to use the standard uni to uni knot. I also like to use the FG knot, and that's when I'm going heavier, like heavier fluorocarbon to actually tie that up, and it goes through your guides way easier. It's beautiful. But guys, there's plenty of knot tying videos on YouTube. Check them out. I'm not going to get into that with you guys today, just heads up. And then I have this particular DOA terrorized tied on with a loop knot. I really like the loop knot because it gives this bait a little bit more action in the water when you're retrieving it.
Nice. Now the loop knot, we don't have a video on that, but we do have the uni knot, which is also very good. Yes. You can use that the same if you want.
Exactly.
And we do have a video on that, and we'll try and link it below.
And cinch knots too.
And cinch knots too, right? Now that Shimano reel is, it's a medium priced reel. I think it's like $230 or $240 for that size.
Yeah.
So we wanted to show you something a little bit cheaper, and I can't get it. The roof is too high here, low. And this is kind of the go-to price conscious reel right now. It's a Daiwa BG, and we've had really good luck with them.
That's a 3500.
I don't know. I can't see. I have my glasses on.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
It's a 3500 or not. 3500 is a great size. We've actually caught cobia offshore on this, and her dad caught a sailfish on this, so it's very versatile.
Yes.
And we have it spooled up basically the same way, but this reel is like $100. All right, so it's much cheaper.
Yep.
And you can always get a good inshore rod for $100 or less. Something decent, and then you have a real quality setup, so that's good.
The next setup that I want to talk to you guys about is the Maxell Hybrid 20. This cute little reel on here is an absolute beast. It destroys the fish out there for us. Swear, this is the best setup ever, honestly. We love it. We've been using it quite a bit, and you'll see it in a lot of our videos, honestly. But we have it paired up with a Maxell Ocean Max Gold. And this is a perfect medium heavy action setup here. And you're going to be using this to pitch around big live baits, like 10-inch mullet. You also can use it to pull big giant loop divers, and that's what we do quite a bit when we're trolling inshore.
Yeah. You can drift back big baits under a bridge, big mullets.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Big giant mullets, any kind of big beefy baits you got. This is the perfect setup for it.
Thumball.
Yeah, it's also got this awesome
It's like a BC conventional combo.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got a thumb bar here. It's pretty sweet. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just clicked it down, and it's got the star drag on the side here, and I think it produces like 20 pounds of drag.
28 pounds of drag on this little thing, which is way more than you need.
You would think this doesn't hold a lot of line either, but it holds a ton of line. And guys, we use this inshore shark fishing. We catch black tips on this setup all the time. It can handle them no problem. They go smoking out, doing the crazy jumps and stuff. It's awesome, and this reel just powers them in. So we really like this setup, and this is spooled with 50-pound tough line braid, which is just the perfect setup. And once again, we will probably attach to that like 60 to 80-pound mono for those bigger fish when we're targeting them under the bridge with big baits. And then we also use like the 200-pound mono for the shark fishing inshore.
All right, and the last little setup I'm going to tell you about is a little BC. This is really basically a bass rod. I like to use it for some, if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to go to a BC, it's great for casting like light baits under a bridge and stuff like that. And I have it on a, what kind of rod is this, baby?
It's an Airwave, this is Tsunami Airwave Coastal Series rod.
Yeah, these are great little rods. I really love them. We've been using them for years. Darcy caught a sailfish on this actual rod.
I did.
So they don't break, but they have a great action.
I did. I caught it on their spinning rod. This is their bait caster rod.
Right. And if you guys want to talk about, rod action, I really think that's, personal preference. We like to have them a little more bendy for pictures.
Yeah.
So the rod bends over more, and I like that. And a little more action. But, that's really personal preference. Medium, heavy, fast action. Depends on what you're doing. Let's get into some lures.
Now, the basic lures that you want to have in your tackle box when you're heading out there to go catch fish. Starting with topwater. The topwater baits are perfect for early morning and low light conditions in the afternoon when the sun is going down. I really enjoy topwater fishing for freshwater fish and saltwater. It's just amazing to see a big giant fish blow up on the surface.
Still on it. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Oh, we're going. We on? We on? There you go, Darcy. That's what I'm freaking talking about.
The handle just broke too. That was awesome. Just amazing. It's so exciting and heart pumping. Yeah, but this is your standard Azzurri spook. This is a super spook, so it's a little bit bigger, and you can see it's white and pearly, which is a good color for top waters. But you can use honestly any topwater lure that you like and you actually work. But the Azzurri spook I highly recommend. Check them out. They got all different like little ones, big ones, medium ones, all that good stuff. Check them out. But like I said, that's early morning and right when the sun's going down. Anything after that, I wouldn't recommend using that.
Right, unless it's really cloudy out maybe that day, but that's getting a little technical.
Yeah.
And with all the lures we're going to talk about, people ask about colors and stuff. Generally, you can use lighter colors in clearer water and sunnier skies, and darker colors in brackish, or not brackish, but darker water, dirty water, and dark, and at night, and darker times. Okay, and then you're going to basically try and match the hatch, which means you're going to match the color and importantly the size of the bait to whatever bait you see around in the intercoastal. Okay, so if you see mullet this size, you're going to use this size. If you see mullet little baby, you're going to use something smaller. Okay, so that's the gist of that with all lures in general, just so you know. Very important. The size is, I think, more important than the color.
It's essential. I think so.
You got little baits. You got to use little lures.
Yep.
You got big baits out there. You got to use big lures.
Yeah, and we have many times when we were out there and we see little teeny tiny little baits on the water, and we don't have teeny tiny little baits like that, and it would be perfect to fly, throw a fly or something, stuff like that.
Don't just switch the color, switch the size.
Yep.
Tell them about your favorite Azzurris real quick. We talk about those all the time.
Yes. We talk about our Azzurri lures. These are, guys, these are my favorite. I use them all the time. Once again, guys, any of these lures and anything that's going to be in this video will be in my Amazon store. It'll be linked down in the description, so if you're interested in seeing all my favorite lures, link right down below. Check it out, Amazon store. So these are the Azzurri 3DB Minnow. This thing is awesome. It dives about 4 to 6 feet deep, and it's got a little bit of diamond-shaped lip on it there, but you can retrieve it any way you want. We like to use them quite a bit when we are trolling inshore, but you can also, if you see fish blowing up, cast it over there to them. You can do a steady retrieve, a jerk pause retrieve. You can these in particular are the suspending lures. So like if you pause it, they're going to suspend and stay in the middle of the water column. Some of them, like the pink one, is a floating lip diver. So it just depends on like what you are trying to do with your fishing. But I recommend the Azzurri crystal minnows, which is the pink one and a standard lip on it, and then the Azzurri 3DB minnow.
Right.
And these, once again,
these are our 2 favorite colors.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite covers. I slay them. Guys, I
light
have
and dark.
caught a 42-inch snook inshore saltwater fishing where I live on this pink lure like over a year ago.
Of course, you see the videos. You catch a ton of fish on these all the time.
Monsters, guys. I highly recommend that you have these in your tackle box, so check them out.
All right, next. Barracudas. Everyone loves to catch barracudas. They're one of the easiest fish and one of the most popular fish. They jump and have fun.
It's fun.
This is a Barracuda tube. You're going to go to the store and buy one of these, okay? Just a surgical tube with a treble on the back.
Yep.
And you're going to rip this through the water really, really fast to catch those cudas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. You can DIY, you can make that lure yourself if you like, or it's in my Amazon store too.
Yes.
You can check that out.
They have other colors. I'm not sure the color matters. Just rip them
I don't
fast.
know. Like bright colors, honestly. Yellow, green, and pink are, I would say, are the best colors to use. But just, you gotta like rip it as fast as you can across the surface to where your muscles are hurting so bad, but they will hit it. It's awesome.
All right, what's next, Darcizzle?
Okay, next is.
Why don't you do these bucktails? Bucktails.
Okay.
You gotta have a bucktail in your arsenal everywhere you go. Saltwater fishing.
Yep.
And freshwater.
You must have your bucktails, guys. Very, very important. You can see that I have a yellow bucktail right here. And then I also highly recommend that you have white bucktails in your tackle box. White is the best. It really mimics a bait fish perfectly. And then it's also, like this little bait in particular is perfect for throwing at dock lights at night. But also during the day as well. Throw it under bridge shadow lines. Throw it under structure. Wherever you see little baits, you want to make sure you match the hatch. So make sure you pull out something small like that. Yeah. Maybe a little bit bigger. And that maybe resembles a little minnow versus like a glass minnow or something.
Yeah, I think these are Gulfstream lures.
Yeah, Gulfstream.
The guys, gambler guys or whatever.
Yep. Gulfstream.
So those are great. So like we said with the size before, so you go up to a dock and you don't see any bait like this big. You see little glass minnows. Yeah. So you're going to throw this, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to throw this. You're not going to throw this. You're going to see glass minnows. You're going to throw this.
Yep.
All right?
Yep, exactly. You also can use those offshore saltwater fishing too for bait and all that good stuff. But always make sure you got a bucktail, guys.
Next is soft plastics.
Soft plastics. Your turn.
My turn. All right, here we go. We love Gambler soft plastics. And they'll come in all different sizes and all different colors, like what we told you before. And I just think, she really loves these as the go-to. I love the Gamblers as a go-to.
I got my hair all over
your hair on. I got hair everywhere in the house. It doesn't miss anything.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
There's more hair on my body from her than from me.
He doesn't have 2-foot long hair like I do.
It's only 2-inch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they all come in different sizes, and they have great action with this little notch here. But that brings up another good issue I wanted to say. When I said that she is kind of her go-to is this, and mine is this. If you're fishing with somebody else on your boat, you got 2 or 3 guys in there fishing and casting, don't all throw the same lure. That's ridiculous. Throw different lures. Someone throw a topwater, someone throw a soft plastic, someone throw dark, someone throw light. Mix it up so you see what works. All right. But anyway, and these are super versatile. I can pull it along the top. I can let it sink and pull it to the middle. I can let it sink all the way to the bottom and work it like a worm almost with finesse. Yep. And I can use a mustad worm hook, which I got on here right now. Yep. And then
this one's a weighted hook. I prefer that. But you also can use, non-weighted hooks too. Those work great.
She likes the weighted ones. I do not. So that's just a distinction. Yep. And they're also great. One of the most standard lures you can use out there is just a simple jig head with a soft plastic on there, okay? That will catch, if you're going to, this is also a go-to.
Yeah, just
This
about
is like,
anything.
This is like something you throw on first thing in the morning, and your first cast is with this. All right, and again, any color, whatever it is, and this is the same thing. You can pull it fast. You can work the whole water column to find those fish.
And you guys can see we got dark ones tied on here for dark color days, and then that one's a little bit lighter. So we switch it up, and we have a couple different colors that are our favorites.
Right.
Those are in the Amazon store. If you're interested, check it out.
You can even get crazy and put these on like a on a bucktail if you really, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
See what works. That's more like almost like a cobia jig when you do that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's real great. I want to talk a little bit more about jig heads. Now you see this application here, you can put a soft plastic on there, but you can also use them for like live bait.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that a lot, right, with the shrimp. Tell them a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we've been using the shrimps and the jig a little bit more frequently, and it's really an effective method of fishing, guys. And you don't need to be, you don't have to be an expert at this. This is easy, and you should catch a whole bunch of fish using this method. But you can see we have mustad jig heads. Depending on the water clarity and the moving current, you need to decide, how much weight you want to use. You want to make sure something is able to get to the bottom with the moving current. But all these colors work great. That one in particular is for like a little jig. I have caught a monster permit on this little baby tiny hook right there. These jigs are awesome, guys. But yellow, red, white, those are my recommended colors to use. They all work great. And like you said, you attach gambler lures to that. But not only that, you can attach shrimp. You guys been watching our videos, you have seen me using these jig heads tipped with shrimp. And actually, if you check those videos out, you'll see the tips and tricks on how to rig them up on this jig head. But I'm going in the backside like this, and then up through the hard part of his shell up here by his head, so the shrimp doesn't slide off and it stays intact. And then just push him up on the jig. And then you're just gonna fish that jig next to the structure and the docks and all that good stuff. And you see he's still moving. And that's what we're doing to catch all these fish today. And then you would just pitch those around structure. So you pitch them around the dock pilings, around the seawalls, around any rocks in the water, anything that's like holding structure, even like hanging branches, the stuff that's going to be making fish hang out there. And you have to especially make sure you have moving current. Moving current is very important to catching fish. And the last time I used the jigs, I caught a couple snook doing that. So that was pretty awesome.
That video just like last week.
Yeah.
You got to think like a fish out there. And so fish are going to try and find bait, and the bait is going to try and hide around docks and all the stuff Darcy just mentioned, and the current's going to get that bait moving, maybe out from under that cover or just swimming more, and that's where you're going to get the fish that you want to catch and eat for dinner.
Exactly. And the jig fishing is a lot of fun too. As soon as you feel them thump that thing, you just set that hook on them and you reel them up. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, highly recommend that you have these in your tackle box as well.
And that brings us to a little bit more of live bait discussion and circle hooks and bobbers too, which you can use for the shrimp.
Yes.
So very, during a mullet run or with any live bait around, especially in South Florida, we like to go straight to live bait, okay? And that's mullet, and you can use your cast net. You're going to watch Darcy's cast net video. You can go get your cast net from
Barracuda Tackle.
Barracuda Tackle, sports female anglers. Yes. they have good nets. Just kidding. And that's what we use. But anyway, you catch your bait, your pilchards, your mustard. Your pilchards or your mullet, not mustard. You put mustard on your hot dog at the game. I'm always thinking about
random.
food.
I know. He's very hungry apparently.
I am. I haven't had breakfast yet. She has to go to the boat show in like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And I gotta finish this darn video, guys. Stick with us.
Yeah, stick with us. Sorry. We're in a rush.
Be real. All right. Hooks. We use mustad circle hooks for all our inshore fishing.
Right.
That way it gets caught in the corner of the lip and you can take the hook out easy and the fish can swim away, especially the ones you're not going to be keeping, right? The ones we release. We like to catch and release a lot.
Yes.
So and your hook is going to match the size of your bait. Big hook, big bait, little bait. So they swim better. Better action means more bites, all right?
Right.
And again, mullets and pilchards whenever you can. And also often with a popping cork. You jerk the cork, especially for like trout and stuff like that. Also easy for beginners and kids.
Yeah.
Go down to the local dock or the local pier or just by the water anywhere. All right. You get a shrimp. You put it below here on one of those little jig heads maybe, or just on a regular hook.
Yep.
And then you throw it in there, maybe just a foot or two down. Do a little popping. Fish will come to you, and you'll catch some fish, man. You'll catch. I don't know what you're gonna catch exactly where you are. You catch mangrove snappers, jacks. You're gonna catch fish.
You have a
Trust
blast.
me.
Yeah. Shrimp
You're gonna grab
works,
this
guys.
jig on a shrimp.
Everything
below
eats
this
shrimp.
pop and cook on one of those rods we talked about, and you're fishing.
Yeah. Everything eats shrimp, guys. That's key. Make sure you have shrimp. Even dead bait will work, but I do prefer to have that live shrimp on the boat. That makes a big difference.
You can catch a 200-pound tarpon or a 2-ounce jack on shrimp.
Yes.
Yes. And
It
it's like $3 a dozen.
Yeah.
So go fishing. It's cheap.
Yep.
All right.
Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. What are you saying?
It's been so long. I feel like
He was talking more than I was. Here we go.
I get to the
All
point
right.
and go fast, and she's like blah 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 blah.
All right,
blah,
literally,
blah,
we got to
blah,
wrap
blah,
this
blah,
up,
blah, blah,
and
blah.
I got to get changed and run out of here.
Don't change,
So-
baby. We love you just the way you are. Oh, that's all a joke.
Yes, Mustard. All right, let's do this, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We'll be back with another adventure really soon. Stop by and say hello if you're at the boat show. And until our next adventure, follow your dreams and keep on catching.